हाय एवरीवन। तो कैसे हो आप लोग? उम्मीद करें सब बढ़िया चल रहा है। तो वेलकम टू एप्टी मास्टर। तो हम लोग लास्ट पढ़े थे क्या? पॉलिटी का चैप्टर नंबर 4 जो है ग्रैट्स रूट्स डेमोक्रेसी का पार्ट 1 गवर्नेंस। तो उसका ही जो क्वेश्चंस वगैरह है वो हम लोग सॉल्व करेंगे। ओके। तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन जो है द प्रोसेस ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजिंग सोसाइटी एंड मेकिंग द डिसीजन that is called what? Governance. The process of organizing the society and making the decisions. So governance is the process by which decisions are made and society is organized through rules and policies. Okay. Next क्या है? The system responsible for making and enforcing rules. Who make and enforce the rules? Those are government, right? So government is the authority responsible for making laws and ensuring they are followed. Next is official rules created and enforced by the government are known as, which will be the answer? Laws. So official rules created and enforced by the government are known as laws. Laws are the formal official rules made by the government that regulate behavior and define rights and duties. Okay. Now the principle that divides the government power into 3 branches is called separation, जो 3 पार्ट में डिवाइड किया. Okay. Now the type of government where people elect the representative is known as what? Democratic. So the people elect their government through voting in a democratic government. In a democracy, the government has to explain its actions and defend its decisions to the people. Okay. What is oligarchy? Oligarchy है क्या? Like oligarchy is a form of power structure in which a small group of people have control of a country or organization. Okay. What is communism? Communism is a type of government as well as an economic system in which individual people do not own land, factories or machinery. Either the government or the whole community owns these things. उसको हम लोग कम्युनिज्म कहते हैं. मोनार्की तो जानते हो, लाइक सिंगल पीपल इफ इट विल बी टेकन द whole things, that is the monarchy. The government works at 3 levels. क्या क्या है 3 levels? लोकल लेवल्स में जो होता है वो पंचायती राज इंस्टीट्यूशंस, स्टेट लेवल में स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड नेशनल लेवल में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट. ठीक है. अभी आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 पे. तो 7 में क्या है? Which of the following is not a part of the government? Court, army, police and private companies. Obviously private companies is not part of the government. Then democratic government is usually referred to as the representative democracy. Like democratic governments are usually referred to as a representative democracies. Okay. In representative democracies, so people do not participate directly but elect their representatives through election process, like through voting. Okay. Now people do not participate directly but choose their representatives through an election. Which type of democracy is this? Again, that is the representative democracy, right? Now universal adult franchise means what? Universal adult franchise means all adults are allowed to vote. The government in India is elected for a period of 5 years. which of the following ways are adopted by the people to express their demands to the governments? Dharma, campaign, strikes, all are correct. Okay, now question number 13. The power of the government is limited by what? Elections, strikes, both? No, elections only. The power of the government is limited by elections. Which of the following is not a feature of a democratic government? Justice, equality, universal adult franchise, monarchy. तो monarchy नहीं होगा. The feature of a democratic government are equality, justice and universal adult franchising. Monarchy is not a feature of democratic government. As in a democratic government, the head of the government is elected by the people for a fixed period of time period. Monarchy means like king has a kingdom, so that kind of governance is like known as the monarchy. Which of the following plays a role in discussing government policies? Newspaper, social media, TV, all of these are correct. Now advanced level. So with reference to the nature of laws, consider the following statements. Laws are based on personal choices and can be followed voluntarily. Laws apply equally to all the individuals in a democratic society. तो ये करेक्ट है, बट लॉज आर बेस्ड ऑन पर्सनल चॉइसेस, ये वाला पार्ट रॉन्ग है. तो ओनली 2. विच ऑफ द अबव स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट? या ओनली 2. तो लाइक जो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट में बोला गया है वो है लाइक लॉज आर नॉट ऑप्शनल. ओके, सो यह इधर बोला गया कि पर्सनल चॉइस, सो लॉज आर नॉट ऑप्शनल or based on personal choice. That is not. They are binding rules made by the government and must be followed by all the citizens. So second is correct. Laws apply equally to all the individuals. Okay, now question number 2. Consider the following statements regarding governance. Then यहाँ पे दिया गया कि how many of the above statements are correct. चलो, governance refers to making rules and ensuring they are followed. That statement is correct. Why correct? So yeah, governance involves both rule making and ensuring that rules are followed. It is the broader process of managing the public affairs. Now statement 2. The executive is mainly responsible for implementing laws. Yeah, that is also correct. The executive branch of government is responsible for the implementation and enforcement of the laws. And governance operates only at the central level of government. No, that is incorrect. Government is not limited to the central level. It operates at central level, state level and local levels to address the needs of people at all the layers of the society. So that is wrong. So it is central, state, local. Okay, so that is incorrect. So only 2. Okay, only 2 are correct. Now with reference to the government structure, consider the following statements. First is government is the organized system that creates and enforces laws. So it is correct. Now it includes 3 main organs. Yeah, legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislature mainly creates, executive they implements, and judiciary they actually checks that is properly followed or not. So both 1 and 2 are correct. So C. Now consider the following statement. It is the government's duty to provide good health facilities to the citizens. Yeah, that is correct. And government do not have a role in disaster management. That is incorrect, because the government plays an important role in the disaster management by helping the citizens during natural disasters such as tsunamis, earthquakes, etc. So 1 only correct. Now for question number 5. Question number 5 में क्या बोला गया है कि the government where people elect their representative is known as the democratic government. So ये क्या है? Correct है. Now Second one, monarchical government is answerable to the citizen for its acts and policies. So it is incorrect, because the like in the monarch, like king or queen has the power to make the decisions and run the government. Kings and queens do not have to explain their actions or defend the decisions they made. Okay, they are not answerable to the citizens. Okay, so only one is the correct. Okay, now question 6. India is democracy. Yeah, that is obviously. In representative democracies, people participate directly with the government. So that is incorrect. So in representative democracies, people do not participate directly, but choose their representatives through an election process. For example, India is a democracy, and the people of India elect their representatives who make the laws on their behalf. So that is incorrect. In next, third is universal adult franchise is a part of the democracy. That is correct. So a democratic government allows universal adult franchise. This means that all the adults in the country are allowed to vote, actually. Okay, so that is correct, means option C, 1 and 3 only. Now, assertion and reason. Select the correct option below. Okay, there are different levels of government. Yeah, obviously, like and everyone living in the country must follow the laws made by the government. So both statements are individually correct, because the government works at different levels, at the local level, at the state level, at the national level. Okay, and the government functions by making laws, and everyone who lives in the country has to follow these laws. So here both A and R are true, but R is not a correct explanation of A. Okay, so that is, both are correct, but not the correct explanation of this one. Okay, now the second one, consider the following statements. The power of the government is limited by regular elections. Yeah, statement 1 is correct, because the power of the government gets limited by regular elections only. When people want to change the government, they can change it by voting. Now statement 2, government issues and responsibilities are discussed on various platforms such as newspapers, magazines, televisions, and public forums. That is also correct. Next is the government in India is elected for a period of 4 years. No, not 4 years, it is 5 years. Okay, so now let me check the options. So here the thing is, how many of the statements given above are correct. So only 2 were correct. Now consider the following statements in the context of equality. So equality is a feature of democratic government. Yeah, that is true. And equality and justice are inseparable. So both the statements are correct. So here that is also correct. Like equality and justice are inseparable. That is also correct. So both and 1 and 2 are correct. Now which of the following is a correct about justice? So justice can only be achieved when people are treated equally. Justice is not an essential feature of a democracy. Justice and equality are not interrelated. Justice is impossible for the backward groups of society. So justice can only be achieved when people are treated equally. So that is correct. So the justice can only be achieved when people are treated equally without any discriminations. And equality and justice are inseparable. Everyone should have equal rights in the country. Okay, so option A is correct. Now consider the following statements. Election is a way that helps people to participate with the government, and people elect leaders to rule over them. So see, like statement 1 is correct. Why correct? Because people participate with the government by voting for them. But statement 2, people elect leaders to rule over them. That is incorrect, because people elect leaders through voting. These leaders don't rule over the people but represent them in the government. So these representatives make the decisions on behalf of the people actually. So that statement is not correct. So that is one only correct. Okay, so that's all for this questions and answer session, and we will begin with the part 2. Okay, so do like, share, subscribe for make me motivated. Okay, thanks everyone.